Emmerdale spoiler: Marlon, Dingle and his partner Rhona Goskirk have a long few months ahead of them following the chef's stroke, but in upcoming scenes on the ITV soap, it seems their relationship is going to struggle at early doors. Marlon, played by Mark Carnac, has become a shell of his former self since suffering a life-changing stroke, but Rhona, Zoe Henry, has remained valiant to stand by her fiancé in his darkest moment. The beloved Emmerdale couple has faced a whole lot of heartache over the years, including numerous breakups and marriages to other villagers. However, they could decide to split for good in this week's installments of the ITV soap as Rhona struggles to see how her other half is ever going to recover from what he's been through. Official soap spoilers have revealed the drama begins with the couple struggling after an extremely dramatic few days. Paddy Kirk, Dominic Brunt, isn't coping with the situation his best friend is in either, and it's weighing heavy on his shoulders. Marlon might never be the same again. In hopes to lift everyone's spirits, the Dingle clan decide they are going to put a video together for Marlon to watch of them explaining why he means so much to them. Unfortunately, Paddy's message doesn't turn out the way he had planned, as he is worried he is being fake, and so he ends up recording something inadequate of his feelings for his friend. Whilst all of this is going on in the village, Marlon is having his first meeting with the speech therapist in the hospital. Due to him only having the stroke last week, the Woolpack chef struggles to formulate words that make sense, leaving him frustrated. Observing from the sidelines, Rhona is devastated to see how upset her fiancé is getting for not making the progress he had wanted. Wanting to make the most of the sessions, the vet stands her ground and ends up pushing her other half a little too hard. Seeing the strain this is having on the couple, a nurse takes Rhona to the side and asks her to put a little less pressure on Marlon. When he sees Rhona later on, Paddy realizes she is really struggling, as is at a low ebb, as she feels she is on her own. The village vet promises he will do better to help her with Marlon's recovery, but she is not convinced anything will help. When she returns to the hospital, she ends up apologizing to her other half for pushing him, and he forgives her for going too hard on him. As she prepares to play him the video from his friends and family, Marlon cannot bring himself to watch it, as it reminds him of everything he has lost. With Marlon descending into a dark spiral, back in the village, Mary Goskirk, Louise Jameson, can see how much pressure her daughter is putting on herself. She knows Rhona is now at a breaking point, and it wouldn't take a lot for the beloved character to walk away from it all. What doesn't help the situation is Marlon putting a ban on anyone coming to see him in the hospital, as he couldn't bear to see them. He soon regrets his decision when he is seen in the hospital ward on his own, and nothing but silence engulfs him. There is a chance at this point it could be curtains for Marlon and Rhona after years of trying to get their happy ever after. Although Rhona wants to be there for her husband-to-be, she could think the idea of looking after him for as long as it takes for him to recover is going to be too hard. She knows there will be a lot more challenges along the way for them, and if she is feeling the pressure now, what will it be like months down the line? Telling him she is leaving him could be the most heartbreaking thing the village vet is going to do, but she knows he will be fine in the hands of the Dingles. As she takes a step back, she could see how his family are rallying around him and are helping him to make progress. Part of Rhona would be happy to see the chef getting back different parts of his life one by one, but the other half could be devastated. She knows leaving him at a time he was at his most vulnerable means there would be little chance of the pair ever getting back together. Will she regret ending things with her man, or will Rhona take this as a chance to start a new chapter of her life without Marlon? Producer of the show, Laura Shaw, hinted there would be a struggle for Marlon and his loved ones throughout this storyline. Laura explained, "Warm, witty and kind-hearted Marlon is undoubtedly one of Emmerdale's most loved characters, and with Mark Carnack's sheer skill, craft and incredible range, it felt totally right to play such an incredibly important story like this." With Marlon highlighting that a stroke can happen at any time and showing the catastrophic consequences it can have on the person affected and their whole family. The actor who plays Marlon, Mark, added, "More can and should be done to raise awareness, and hopefully, this story can help with that. It's an enormous responsibility to try and get it right for the survivors and their families, and for those who've lost loved ones to this awful event. No two strokes are the same, but the after effects are devastating. I'm very proud of the show for telling it and for letting me be a part of it.